So Eagles make a couple of trades since we've been gone. They acquired Jair Alexander. They acquired Jalen Phillips. And then yesterday, the NFL, you get the Lions losing. You get the Packers losing. So after all this, Ike, without the Eagles playing, where are you on the Birds after the trades, after the weekend, all that sort of stuff?
Listen, I'm ecstatic. I'm excited for multiple reasons. Let's start with the fact that the Eagles have not wavered on trying to win a championship this year, trying to go back-to-back, right? And what I mean by not wavering is that they have added players. They didn't stand pat. They didn't trade away guys. They've added players. They've given up some future draft capital that's sort of at the back of their drafts that isn't going to hamstring the team from adding talent moving forward. But make no mistake about it, the 2025 Eagles are out to repeat as champions, and to give themselves the best chance of doing that, their GM, their Hall of Fame, future Hall of Fame GM, he never rests. He's never resting, man. You know, sometimes these guys get up at the podium and you think they're just giving you lip service. And, I'm going to always do what I need to do to improve the team. I'm never going to stop trying to win. Well, with Howie Roseman, you actually believe that. And as an Eagles fan, that has to feel comforting. That has to feel great that you got someone in personnel that's always looking to upgrade the roster. He sees deficiencies in certain areas where they can improve by adding players. They've gone out and done it. This may have been the most active I've seen Howie. When you think about prior to training camp, and where they're at now, what has he made? 9 trades?
There's been a lot. He's
made something like 8 or 9 trades since training camp started.
Mechie, Bigsby, the 3 this weekend, that's 6.
Sam Howell,
that's 7. Yeah, it's a lot of trades. It's a lot of trades.
He's made moves, man, that I think has, on paper at least, improved the roster. He's addressed areas of need. Cornerback, depth on the defensive line, bringing BG back. Like, those are things that I believe are going to help this team. And you know what? He's actually added the type of pieces that could sort of fit in. Not these big personalities, big salaries that come in, and you kind of feel like, oh, is this guy coming in to be the savior? How's he going to fit in? Do you have to change what you're doing to fit this guy in? Vic Fangio knows Jalen Phillips from his time down there in Miami. Joe Douglas knows Michael Carter II. Right? Jair Alexander, I mean, we're going to find out what he has left. I wanted him back in June, right? Before he went to Baltimore. Whatever, it didn't work out down there in Baltimore.
No, it sure didn't.
Didn't work out there. I'll see what it feels like here. I'm looking at this right now, Spike. I wake up today after watching football this weekend, watching football yesterday, and I feel stronger about the Eagles. I already liked where they were already with those other top teams. I'm willing to go as far as to say they are the best team in the NFC, and they're not even playing their best football. But when you look at the rest of the teams in this conference, you're going to tell me in a head-to-head matchup, you trust a quarterback, head coach, coordinator combination more so than you trust this one that the Eagles have? Maybe the Rams? I still believe that's who the Eagles are playing in the NFC Championship game.
You've been steadfast on that. Yep.
I still believe that. But those other teams, we got the DNA here. And we just need to go, we need to put the nonsense to the side, go win football games. We got to stay healthy. Knock on wood. Stay healthy. But Spike, this is the best team in the NFL. Well, NFC.
NFC.
I'll leave it at the NFC. I'll leave it at the NFC.
Well, that's all they got to be, right?
Yeah, that's all they had to be.
215-592-9494. After the trades, after this weekend, do you think the Eagles are the best team in the NFC? I have to be honest, I think they're – I guess I just don't feel any different than I felt last week. I think they're right there with those teams. But I guess I just can't forget. We've had 2 good weeks, 1 really good week, 2 good weeks overall. I can't forget the first 6 games of the year. And when I'm thinking about the other teams, the NFC. So did the Lions lose to the Vikings yesterday? Yes. Have the
home, by the way.
At home. Have the Packers been inconsistent? Yes, for sure. The Rams, as you mentioned, are probably looking the best out of all those teams. The Bucks, everyone puts the Bucks there. I actually don't think the Bucks are there. I think they're one of a few teams up there that could win the NFC. And when I look at the moves they made, I actually think back to this offseason and think to myself, wouldn't it have been, we all saw that cornerback 2 was going to be an issue. We all saw that edge was going to be an issue. Isn't this something that would have been better off doing in the offseason where you get a guy that is there for training camp as opposed to doing it in the middle of the season? And you look historically, at least with the Eagles, there's not a ton of examples with the Eagles making a midseason trade and it ends up making a big difference for them in the rest of the season. Like, I hope Jalen Phillips is all right. He's missed, a lot of time with a couple of really bad injuries the last couple of years. He's been good this year. Jair Alexander's been a healthy scratch for the Ravens a couple times this year, and their defense has been bad. I just wish, I guess, looking back on it, that they had addressed these things in the offseason as opposed to doing it now when it seems like there's less of a chance that it's going to succeed. And it just this, I guess this is why you have the draft picks to go and do it, but doing this on the run in the middle of the season. So I think they're right there with the Rams. I think, they've beaten the Rams, obviously. They're right there with the Lions. They're right there with the Packers. But I don't see them as a leg above those teams right now. I see them there with those teams.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, listen, I hear you there. And the early portion of the season, I'm not saying that it didn't matter or any of that. I will say I love the fact that they hadn't peaked at that point early in the season.
Yep.
They've seemingly sort of worked some of these kinks out, and our best football should be ahead of us moving forward. Like, that's what I like, the gradual growth of the roster. And these guys they brought in, I'll see where Michael Carter II is going to fit in. I don't know. Now it's really starting to seem like more of a depth move.
Then moving Cooper, all those other things we were talking about.
And I don't think he's going to start on the outside because then you don't go get Jair Alexander.
Yep.
So, Alexander along with Jacorian Bennett and Keely Ringo, those guys are outside corners. I would imagine one of those guys are probably going to be the outside corner. Coop stays where he's at. Jalen Phillips comes in, a young player, more of a speed guy, but has good enough size to play against the run.
Well, and 26 years old and playing for a contract. He's on an expiring contract. We've seen guys in their contract years being successful here.
And here's the number one thing we got going for us. This is the thing the Patriots used to have going for them.
Oh, boy.
And the Chiefs, by the way. The Chiefs had it.
All right. Yeah, what do we have?
When they had guys. It's a winning culture that other teams, other players around the league sit back and admire and want to be a part of. Jalen Phillips going from that train wreck in Miami to coming here has a new lease on life. He's going to say, hold on. I get to play in meaningful football games. I'll be in the postseason. So if I go ball out.
My head coach doesn't wear capris.
Yeah. If I go ball out, I'm going to get paid.
Yep.
Because you're playing in the big games now. You see what I'm saying? So I'll take a guy like Jalen Phillips, and not to mention, you think he doesn't want to stay here? 26 years old, join this young defense. He's going to be motivated is all I'm really saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Highly motivated. Michael Carter II, coming from the Jets. Coming here.
Horrible situation. Even the Ravens at this point.
Jair Alexander playing down there. Miserable down there in Baltimore. Coming here. They're going to be, let me tell you, Fritzy. See, this is what winning organizations do. It's what we do.
Is that a shot at the baseball?
It
No,
seems
not a
like,
shot.
okay.
No, you said, Fritzy, this is what we do.
It seems like it's a shot.
Hold the freaking phone.
It's what we do.
We got Harrison Bader.
I know.
Had he not gotten hurt, we're celebrating on Saturday night.
I haven't finished. The other point that I was going to bring along with that is they have the big game DNA. This team shows up in big games. Team shows up in big games, Spike.
There's
They
a second
do.
shot.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a little two-piece. Little two-piece. It's messed up, man.
215-592-9494. After the trades, after this weekend, do you think the Eagles are the best team in the NFC? We do have a next question today because we have a prize, a great prize. So the Hess 2025 toy truck, you know the Hess toy truck's a big deal. It's actually not a truck. They're stock car racers. So the Hess 2025 toy truck is stock car racers. The 2025 stock car racers loaded with action-packed features, including 67 animated lights, 5 realistic sounds, and a pullback motor, courtesy of Hess and available exclusively at HessToyTruck.com.
These things are getting, I mean, holy
Dude,
cow.
87. There are 67 lights. Okay. So here is next question today. On this day in 1992, Whitney Houston released I Will Always Love You, which is a cover of a Dolly Parton song. So for today, give us your favorite cover song all time. Jack, you want to hit us first?
Yeah, let's get a Mount Rushmore answer out of the way early.
Okay. All right.
Fast Car by Luke Combs.
Oh.
The cover of the Tracy Chapman legendary song.
That's not bad.
I got a fast car.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah. I'm old
cover
enough to be
song?
stuck on the. You don't know the original?
Huh?
You don't know Tracy Chapman?
Oh,
the
yeah.
original?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
funny. So this is like last summer, I think. I think last summer or the one before that.
Yeah.
That Luke Combs put it out.
Yep.
The amount of people that had never heard the original and thought he originally wrote it was actually
Oh, really?
Yeah.
startling
Terrifying.
and terrifying.
That's the only song I know of. It's the only reason I know Tracy Chapman.
Yeah, it's only 2. It's that and Give Me One Reason. And they did the song together at the Grammys, I think. It was
They
good.
did, yeah.
Ike, you want to give us a favorite cover song?
I don't really have one.
Really?
See, is cover song like karaoke?
No.
No.
Well, a cover song is a recorded version of a song that somebody else did. So the karaoke is
Like Dolly Parton wrote the original "I Will Always Love You."
well, she
And then-
recorded it
It
too.
sound like a cover band singing a song.
No,
or something.
no.
Oh,
Totally
see, that's
different.
what I was thinking of.
No,
like a cover
no,
band.
no. Like a wedding band or something?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
no,
of.
no,
Yes.
No. Well, I'll give you mine.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you have to come back to me.
Yeah, we'll come back to it. Mine is Limp Bizkit's cover of Faith, George Michael's Faith.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know if Jack, you must know that.
Why would Limp Bizkit do that?
Oh, dude, it was their biggest like first hit or whatever was cover of Faith. It was huge. Nah, they did a good. And you know I'm a George Michael's man. And
I loved him on the George Michael Sports Machine.
different George Michael, as I've told you before. All right, that is next question. You call in with your sports point. We'll ask you next question, and the best one will get the
Why was I
2025.
thinking about a cover band song, man?
I don't know.
Well, a cover band does play others' songs.
That's what I thought you all were talking about.
No. A cover song officially is like we're talking about the recorded versions of
Yes,
it.
of the song.
Yeah, so Whitney
Makes
Houston.
sense now, yes.
Yeah. Because I Will Always Love You
I'm
is a
glad
cover.
it clicked at 2:12.
I was in there thinking all type of wedding songs.
Yeah,
like,
you seem so confident in the meeting too, and I thought to myself, "Wow, Ike's got cover songs off the dome like that." I guess not. I guess I judged you wrong.